Okay, traders, going to have a look at last week's trade signals. These are the signals that I'm sending into this channel, Forex Trades, and these go directly into Telegram for the trade copy up here and the Forex account management. It's the same MT4 account. So they go from TradingView automatically into MT4, and then everything gets pushed over to Telegram for the signals. Some of you are using the trade copy, so it's hands-free. You can just sit back and let that play out. And a lot of the other guys in the VIP membership are trading this manually. Now, if you're trading a prop firm account, manual trading is the way to go. And the benefit of these signals that go in here is that, let's say, for example, I open this at the Asia Open and I open another one into the London Open. Let's just say, for example, this reverses and we get a pullback, a retrace into the London session, and you're manually trading. Let's just say you trade the US session, the New York session. You might catch a pullback and one of these red signals here, right? So then you get to enter this trade at a better entry level than the one that I took. So that's the benefit. So you don't have to be trying to catch these exactly the same time as I post them. And you can, you can set notifications. Yeah, but some of you might be in the US, for example, and this occurs. Then you get the advantage of looking for the next signal. Now, here's the thing with this. If I'm short and this is bearish, and this happens to reverse, pulling back, just wait for the next red signal, because this could continue up. And we had that occurring on Tuesday. We had a really aggressive reversal or run on liquidity on Tuesday. Right, so if you're manually trading and copying my signals, that's definitely the way to go. Let me just have a quick look at the pound Swissy, see what the situation actually was with that. Pound Swiss, well, this one pulled back, so that could have been a better entry point for you. And if that's the case, then I'm going to suggest go to a 30-minute chart and look for the bearish signals, right? So if my bias is short and you've come in late, then you can just wait for that signal. Let's have a look at a couple of others. Look, this is a perfect example. I actually closed. This was part of a basket of trades that I closed here. All right, so I opened this one. Let's say you get in late and it's gone negative. Here's the benefit. Come in here to the trend bars and you're looking for the next bullish signal. Now, this indicator here, I've got set up to only give me bullish signals, and we never got one. Right, so you won't enter that trade. That one got stopped out, but you won't enter that trade. That's on the 30-minute time frame. I'm suggesting I was trading to 15 for 15-minute signals, but I'm thinking the 30-minute would be better. Okay, so then you avoid getting caught out here. I know a lot of you guys who are trading don't catch my signals at the same time. Now, here's the thing. Look at this reversal. This happened on Wednesday here. The market was bullish, and we went for these long opportunities Monday. And what I'm doing is I'm closing my basket of trades that I open every day. So this was opened with 2 or 3 others. And as this approaches I open them during Asia and London. As this approaches New York, I'll generally close the basket of trades. On Monday, my basket of trades, after I closed everything, was around 3R gain. It was a really nice outcome on Monday. 3R, we were up. Nice buffer. And at that point, after I'd closed these trades and I saw that, I really seriously considered calling it quits for the rest of the week and hanging on to that and going for a weekly win. So early in the week, I'm finding that I'm generally ahead. Midweek rocks up and we're getting, as you can see here, a really aggressive reversal. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing next week after going back and looking at the results of last week. Monday, we're well ahead, could have knocked it on the head. Now, if I do that, I know some of you like to have signals every day. Okay, again, if I get ahead on Monday, I'm seriously considering not trading for the rest of the week and just holding on to my profits, right? I will, for the benefit of you guys who like to trade every day, I will send Forex ideas into here. Now, this is specifically for the trade copy. These signals go into Telegram, right? And I want to build that account, right? So I'm going to be really conservative with my trading in the coming week. Right? Again, those of you who like to trade every day, you're going to get my daily signals in here. Those of you in the trade copy, you're going to benefit from me closing down after making a 2 or 3 hour gain early in the week, and that's fine. Okay, so the signals will continue regardless. Now, the thing with last week, Monday, strong gains. This one here reversed on Wednesday. However, we had a Tuesday thing that occurred. Let me just have a look at that. Aussie Swiss. Yeah, okay, Monday, it's a strong bearish. And then Tuesday, out of nowhere, into the London session, the markets reversed. Quite a few of our currency pairs here turned around on Tuesday, and as you saw with the other one, that happened on Wednesday. So we're facing this super aggressive reversal generally midweek, and that's what we're up against, guys. It's a really challenging environment. Monday we usually get away with securing gains, and then come Tuesday, come Wednesday more than anything, expect the markets to turn around. Not easy. All right, now after going back and looking at my signals from last week, this last week, I've got plan A and plan B for the coming week. Plan A is, as I said, if I build a buffer early, Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to stop trading for the rest of the week and hold on to my profit. If for whatever reason I run negative early in the week, I'll continue to open trades through the week and have a look at this outcome. If these trades that I opened, and every one of these, if I had entered these trades with a set and forget and let them run into the end of the week, into the New York close, the outcome would have been, let's have a look down here, would have been a 6.23R gain. I went through these trades and did this calculation. All right, so Monday made money. Tuesday we got hit with a reversal. Look at the volatility we're up against, by the way. Yeah, and I went through, and if we would have, like that one, we would have lost this one. But this one, if we'd closed that into the end of the week, I mean, that's a nice 3-hour gain, for example. All right, so possibility next week, if we get hit early on, then I'll just hang on to them and just keep opening trades through the week, and we close that one as part of a basket of trades. I'm closing them at the end of the day. I'll open them early, and I'll look to close the basket of trades at the end of each day. And doing that resulted in a slight loss last week. All right, but going back over this, as I said, 6.23R would have been the outcome if we'd have left these alone. Very profitable outcome, by the end of the week. I mean, look at these, for example. See, so the ones that you lose, like that one back here, this one here, I mean, that was, if we hung on to that at the end of the, and close it, into the New York session at the end of the week, that's 3R there. And this one's another 1R, you know what I'm getting at, right? Yeah, so that could have been the outcome. See here, for example, if we just hold on to these, and that was closed with a basket of trades, but, if we hang on to it early on and let it go, these two, nice profit. That one, okay, got taken out, fair enough, but you're gaining however many, I mean, that one was at the end of the week, that's 3.5R. This one's 2.3R, and you lose 1, you know what I mean? Okay, so there's plan A and plan B into next week. Now, the results of these trades that I actually, closed every day was slightly negative last week, and I ended up minus 1.48, which is not too bad. Over the last 6 or 7 weeks, we've totaled. I've actually set this graph here, giving us a bit of an idea of how the account has been going since we've been battling this volatility. Seriously, guys, it's been really, really challenging, but we're getting ahead. And gaining isn't a direct straight line, if you know what I mean, right? If you're going to build an account, so you're going to have, let's just say, over a month or 2 months or whatever, you start here and you end up here, well, you've gained. But it's generally going to be like, it's not a straight line. It doesn't happen like that. You get that, right? And then sometimes that happens, and then you get that, and you build your account. So that's the reality, right? We're definitely in the right direction. And okay, last week was a retrace, okay. But here's the thing: every week I go back and I have a look at the trades that I took, and I always come away with something of value that I've gleaned, from looking back over the trades. That's an opportunity to grow and evolve as a trader. Now, what I want you to do is go into Discord, and I want you to watch this mentorship video. This is really important. This is what I come up with towards the end of last week. Right? Just that next level of approaching the markets and how to use the alerts. And I think this is going to make an incredible difference. We've already got an edge. It's going to take us to that next level. So definitely, guys, watch that. I've also put that into the trend strategy down the bottom here. That's the video. It's the same as the last mentorship video. Okay, so I'll be doing another mentorship video maybe today, but definitely tomorrow. And I'm going to go over this, say, improved strategy. It's the same strategy, but we just get to improve it every week. And I'm actually really excited about this approach that I've explained in this video, right? So we're going to cover that daily in my daily mentorship videos. Okay, so tough week last week, guys. Tuesday the market reversed, and it set me back after Monday's win, and then I had to claw my way back and then look to try to gain on top of that again. So really tough week of trading, especially with the volatility. I mean, these reversals are very challenging. I mean, look at the volatility here. Pound Swiss. There was another one that and then it just turned around on us. This one was Wednesday. The other one was Tuesday. That really tough trading environment. And just to give you a bit of perspective, I've done this before. I've gone through this, but some of you maybe haven't seen those videos. I'm just going to go to a daily chart, and we're going to head down to the VIX. VIX is the volatility index. Volatility. Okay, some people call it the fear index. That when there's fear in the market, this is high, and when people are confident in the market, it's low. But what I want you to see here is just this pump and dump environment that we're in, and this is reflected across all the currencies. Okay, we're having to work out how to beat the market when it's pumping and continually pumping and dumping. It pumps, it dumps, pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, right? Big one there, big one there. It started with this back here, that one. And this was when the Bank of Japan bumped up their rates 25 basis points. And after that, then we had the up-and-coming US elections. Trump takes office, and Trump's rhetoric with his tariffs and chaotic impact that he's had on the markets has caused the markets to be incredibly unstable, really volatile. Prior to this Bank of Japan rate rise and all of this business here with the elections and Trump and what have you, the volatility was very contained, and trading was actually fairly predictable back here. It wasn't difficult, right? So the Bank of Japan rates around 0%. People were borrowing against this and investing into risk assets. But look, that's all changed, and we're now in a incredibly volatile environment. Right? So we have to come up with a trading plan and strategy that can beat this type of environment. And we've definitely got that. We've got the edge, and it's a bit of a bumpy ride. Some weeks are going to be better than others. This week we're slightly under. Last week before that we were up. Okay, and again, building an account, it's going to be expansion, retrace, expansion, retrace. It's going to happen. But every month you want to see this thing on an upward trajectory, right? And we're on track. So that's the reality. But again, I mean, every time I go back at the end of the week and look at the weekly results, I gain a lot, guys. I really do. And yeah, as I said, to wrap up the video, watch this last mentorship video here. It's so important. All right, so we're going to make a shift into the coming week, and I think that will make quite a big difference. All right. Now, look, those of you who would like to get on board, there's a 2-week free trial. The link is on the website, anthonybourne.com. Just join us and enjoy 2 free weeks. And just see how this could be of a huge benefit for you. Okay, with that, I hope you have a great day. And let's get ready for an interesting week next week for sure. See you in the next one.